and what a great day to sew something wonderful. I'm Kia with Kia B, and I'm so excited to be back with you again today. This week we are talking, as I'm sure you can tell from the title, all things Kathy Barrick from my collection. I am really excited to do this one as I was pulling out my whips and charts. Of course, this happens to me every time. So if you don't know what this is a series I started instead of a whip parade, end of year whip parade. The last couple of months I have been doing like I think I did Promenade of Prairie schoolers, and anyway, I'm just sharing my collection with you, whether it's whips or charts that I have not started yet, but they're in my stash. And so I've just really enjoyed doing that. I've done Blackbird so far, and I've done Prairie Schooler. I will try and remember to link those videos in the description box if you would like to head over and watch those. It's really fun for me to be able not only to pull out my whips and share those with you, kind of broken up by designer. I was just thinking through this as I was pulling these charts out today. I have some designers that I might only have like 1 or 2 charts from. So I thought when I get to that point, I might kind of combine them into one video. But with that being said, as I was pulling out my Kathy Barrick charts today, this happens to me every single time where I'm like, oh, now I want to start so many things that I've not started yet. So I thought we'd sit down and kind of go through these, and I don't know, I'll just share them with you and see how you guys like them. A couple of comments I've gotten from the other videos I've done like this are that some of these charts you haven't seen before, which is fantastic. That's why I wanted to do these, so that it draws attention to some charts that maybe you haven't seen before. And some whips that maybe I do something a little bit differently than what's called for, and just to give you some ideas and things like that. So I don't think this will be a super long video, but we will get through them. I have some really amazing ones. I have this one whip that I tend to work on the week of New Year's, like the betwixt week, right? Like the week before, between Christmas and New Year's. And then every year I've taken it to Stitch Away to work on because I love it so much. And yesterday I just thought, as I was thinking through filming this today, I thought, oh, I cannot wait to pull that out and start working on it again. So all of that being said, let's go through some of my whips. We'll do whips first, and then we will do my charts that I haven't started yet. I have more charts that I haven't started from Kathy Barrick than I do started. So that makes me definitely want to start some more. Okay, this first one that I will talk about is called Good and Proper. And I just think this is beautiful. This was a 12 by 12 start for me in 2021. So a couple of years ago. I love this so much. Between our dining room and our kitchen, there is, it's an open floor plan like that. We live in a house that my grandparents built in the 50s, but there is a beam that runs between the 2 rooms. And I thought this would be perfect to frame long and skinny like this. And I thought it would be perfect to hang there. But as I started stitching it, I'm doing it on 40 count. It is quite small. So I'm not sure if I will, put it up there or not, but this is all that I have done so far. This is 40 count color and cotton in the color Chickpea. And then, I think I am doing, let me make sure before I tell you this. Yeah, so I am doing the DMC that she has listed, except for the words. I wanted just a slight variegation in those. So I traded that out for Weeks Dye Works in charcoal. So all I have done is one of those little berry bowls, and then I've got all the words to do. But I really, this is another thing. I pick it up and I'm like, oh, that would not take that long to do. Why have I not made that more of a priority? So okay, so that one, I've really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've had that whip for 2 years, and that's all I have done on it. That's sobering a little bit, isn't it? Okay, the next one I have is called Needlework, and this was a 12 by 12 start for me last year. So it is, I've not picked it up again since 12 by 12, but this is needlework. I almost said by Kathy Barrick. I'm going to try not to say that every single time since this whole video is about that, but look how beautiful this is. So this would be a great Zoom or retreat stitching piece. Or if you have like a stitching meetup that you're going to at a Panera or something like that, this would be a great one for that because it is so much fill-in. So get yourself to where you're in the fill-in, and then that would make a fantastic retreat, Zoom, stitching, something where you don't have to quite pay super close attention. I'm almost embarrassed by this start, but here it is in the corner. This is 46 count Bronze Age by Be Stitch Me, and I believe I'm just using, I didn't write them down, but I am fairly certain I'm just using the DMC. Although I believe this color is, yeah, it's 3047 in DMC, but I would like to see some good variegation there. So I think I'm going to change that to something, I'm not sure. I would like to have like a good, gold tone, maybe overly variegated. What would you do? What would you do? Tell me in the comments something that you would change that to. I'm not even set on it being gold, I guess, because my fabric is a little bit darker. I could go, I think what's important to me is that I would like to see some variegation there because it is such a wide chunk of color, and then the scissor arms are the same, so maybe a gold. I don't know, what would you do? Tell me in the comments. Okay, this is Embroider a Stocking, and this was also a 12 by 12 start for last year. And let me show you this. I do have some substitutions because I love MPIs, but I don't want to do them all the time. Mainly I don't want to purchase them all the time, but I just think this is beautiful. I have the piddliest little start on it. But what I did is I made a list for Susan the Floss Whisperer, and I said, okay, I want to convert the MPIs to some silken colors because I love the silken colors. And so I thought that would be fun to do that. So I think all that to say, I think I'm kind of making up my color scheme as I go. So this is a 12 by 12 start. Like I said, this is on 46 count Be Stitch Me and not another sampler. And here is where I'm at with that. This is, I'm sure, just 310 is the letters, but so I am down here in this very corner. I am a bottom left corner stitcher. That is where I start everything, and I have for a couple years now. So I love this fabric. It's beautiful. I haven't cut it down yet because it is a stocking, so I want to make sure that I've got plenty of fabric. So love that one. I think it's just beautiful. If I would put some time on it, I cannot wait really to get to her dress. And her dress, we changed to, I said that's not another sampler, but then I have a tag in there that says Sand Dollar. Okay, so I changed her dress to be this color. So this is Terracotta by Silken Colors. And I say I don't want to pay for the MPIs and then I bought Silken Colors. That doesn't make sense at all. But that is the majority of her dress. So, okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to take just a second after each one to make sure I get everything put back in the bag so I don't lose anything. I'm going to have to figure out that fabric. Now that I think about it, I'm wondering if it is not another sampler or if it's Sand Dollar. Okay, the next one lives in this bag. This is a, oh gosh, I love this bag so much. It's so much to love. And I have several of her bags. I was a part of the club and loved it. But I keep all of my Liz projects in here. So projects that I'm either doing with her or doing like, because it reminds me of her, or ones, I'm not doing anything that reminds me of her. Projects that she's gifted me, like for my birthday or something, or projects I'm doing with her. Oh my goodness. So anyway, all of that to say, I have a Kathy Barrick in here. This is Kindred Spirits by Kathy Barrick. And see, look, I just said by Kathy Barrick again. This was gifted to me for my birthday a couple of years ago. This was a 2020 release for Kathy. My sweet little Mo that we got in 2020. You guys have seen him before. He is the one that, our cat that's deaf. Yeah, he has chewed on it. And I am not very far in this at all. This is all, I just have a bottom border in. I'm not even sure, do I have the whole border in? Yeah, I do. I have the whole border in. This is a probably 40 count, if I had to guess. Kindred Spirits is on a 40 count. It was just the August club of Color and Cotton. And then I am doing the called for MPIs. They were a gift. So that is that. So other projects live in this as well, such as our Cricut collection. What's that one called? Sweet Friendship. And then I have another Kindred Spirits by Teresa Koga in here. But so just the little projects I have of that have to do with Liz are in here. So, okay. Another So Much to Love bag, although I almost flipped myself in the face. This bag has nothing to do with what's inside of it. It was just an empty bag for me. This is Quaker Dwelling. So I was gifted, no, I purchased Quaker Dwelling back in 2021. And when I tell you, I love this piece so very much. This is the one that I work on like betwixt week. And I did my own floss conversion that looks more like the picture, because when you see this model in person, it is not these colors at all. But I wanted it to be more like this in the picture. That house is just stunning to me. I cannot wait to make more progress on this. So I am doing this on 46 count London Fog by Under the Sea Fabrics. I haven't memorized. That's how much I've worked on it. I'm so sorry about the cat. One of the kids must be not paying attention downstairs. So here's where I am at with this. So I did a color conversion, like I said, to be more like the photo. And I love it so much. If you notice, and in the chart, between each of those bricks is actually supposed to be stitched. And I love the texture of not doing that. So I'm going to leave that empty. On camera, it's not popping as well, but it does in person. I really enjoy how it looks so weathered in person. But under this window, nope, atop the window, are bricks that are finished. And I really like that harsh, like it just looks very, very weathered. This color here is almost like a gray brown. That is My Wicked Stepmother in the color, hang on, Hey Jude. My Wicked Stepmother in the color Hey Jude. It is definitely like a brown gray. I love it a lot. Okay, I just got extremely nervous. There they are. It's like all of my threads are missing. So yes, I like it a lot. Here is my very, very messy floss. They were inside the floss bag, but gosh, I cannot wait. Oh, I can't wait to pull this out again. Okay, so that is my Quaker Dwelling. I had shared with Kathy that I was not filling in the house. She said, do you know somebody at Market this year showed me that they weren't doing that either. And I thought it was amazing. So making good progress on that. Good progress for me. And this was a 12 by 12 start. I believe I did in 21. Don't quote me, but I think it was 21. It might be one of my favorite 12 by 12 starts I've done. Okay. And then my last whip you just recently saw. It is Autumn Harvest Sampler. And if you watch my floss tube, I did talk about this a little bit. But if just seeing this picture, I probably would not have picked it up. It's definitely not my color scheme. But as so many things do, the picture does not do this chart justice. And I saw a model of it at Always in Stitches and had to pick it up. So there's my progress on that. It's definitely not my normal color scheme, but I love it anyway. And I think when it's done, it'll be a fall treasure for sure. So that is our Autumn Harvest sampler. This was released back in 2015, so this is an older one. So I love that. It's good to step out of your comfort zone every once in a while and do something that's not your normal color scheme, what you gravitate towards. Okay, now let's move on to charts that I have not started yet, but I have collected. First is Fractor Flowers, and I just think this is beautiful. This was a release for her this year. Look how gorgeous that is. I love the incorporation of a sampler in there. Several different fonts that you could pull out. I just think it's beautiful. And Kathy Barrick is KB, so it's kind of perfect for me. Mine looks exactly like that, or would look exactly like that. Okay, this is Stars in My Garden, another release for her this year. Look at that bird. I mean, are you kidding? Stars in My Garden. Love that. I love the frame that she chose for this. It's a frame in a frame. And I feel like it just gave that perfect definition there. So that's great. Okay, the next one is Good Intentions Revisited. So this is something that she's done before, and this is revisited. She's got it on a dark fabric here or a light fabric here. This is the 5-color version. So this would be, let's see, one. I'm thinking about which color scheme this would be. Okay, so the called for is this color scheme here. But I look at it as a drum. I love this color scheme as a drum, I think. I'll never do a drum because I would not know how to finish it, but sorry for the glare. I myself am made entirely of flaws stitched together with good intentions. Beautiful. I love the quilt squares on there. Okay, this I picked up at a retreat last year, I believe, because I loved it so much. This is Marianne March. I think this is beautiful. So this is actually an original design for Kathy. It is not a reproduction. She just wanted to do like a simple little marking sampler. So I think it's beautiful. Beautiful. This is actually called for Gast, Gentle Arts. She usually does NPI, but this one is Gentle Art. I love it. Okay. This is Mini Quaker Sampler. I want to do this on either like a 46 or 56 count because I just think as a little Cheez-It finish, it would be so pretty. So pretty. Again, I think the picture probably doesn't do the sampler justice, but it's beautiful. This is a reproduction. So very, very pretty. That's 2016 for her. Okay, this next one is from 2023, so this would be a release this year. I'm just going to call this one Elizabeth 1786 because I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that. But this one I love because I do love Cheez-It pillows. If you don't know what they are, I don't have one sitting here, tiny little finishes the size of Cheez-Its. I love to do things on 56 count. You could do them on like a 28 count over one. I mean, you could make them out of anything. But look how many different pillows you could pull out of this. So I love this. I think it's gorgeous. It's so versatile. You could do so many different things with it. So stunning. Okay, this is a study in blue. Again, not going to try and pronounce the actual name of this, but I just thought this was really, really pretty. Really gorgeous. Okay, this is Crowns of Blue. Her borders are something else. So in that border, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. And then the outside actual, like, what is that called? The outside, like, straight border, that is another color. So really 7 colors. Beautiful. Okay, that one was called Crowns of Blue. Sorry, Crowns of Blue. Okay, Amelia Prescott. And this one says Amelia Prescott and how her parents did educate her. If you have never done the research on homeschooling and cross stitch, it is fascinating. In my last floss tube, I talked about how I taught a group of homeschool moms how to cross stitch last weekend. And we kind of took a deep dive into the study of cross stitch and homeschooling, and how proud parents were after a marking sampler was finished to display it in their home. And so Amelia Prescott is, again, an original design, but it was inspired by some multiplication table samplers. So this, I'm going to change the colors up a little bit. I'm going to prim them, but a homeschooler needs this in their house, right? Like, I feel like I've got to have this in my house. So I probably should think about starting this sooner than later. So I'd like it done like yesterday. Okay, and then my last chart from her that I love so much is Pieces of Old. This is from 2021. Look at this. I would stitch just this completely by itself and frame it and have it out all year. I mean, it's just gorgeous. All of it's gorgeous, but like, that's my favorite part of the whole thing. So, Pieces of Old. Love it. Kathy is just so super, I mean, just incredibly detailed in her charts. A couple that I want to add that new Santa that she just came out with. I want to add the one that she and Liz did together that is a Santa. And then the big Quaker Christmas tree that she has. Holly Neal's been working on it. She posted on her Instagram. It's beautiful. I want to add that one as well. So just very fun. I enjoy kind of going through my charts and seeing what I typically do. What I did after the Blackbird and the Prairie Schooler videos is that then I chose one of my whips to then work on and include in my next floss tube. And I think Quaker Dwelling might be it. I might have to pull that out a little bit. I'm not sure. And I might now need to include this Amelia Prescott in my, I can't start it for 12 by 12 because it's not a part of a magazine. I mean, I could, but I am trying to stick to magazines. So I might need to include this. Maybe this could be a stitch away start. I'm not sure. So thank you so much for sitting with me and enjoying this time together. It's fun for me to be able to go through my charts and go, oh yeah, I do have that. And I did love it. And this is why I bought it. So thank you so much for joining me in the hive today. And we hope you have a great week.